this is the process so far in modeling the kitchen scene. Last time I did the chair, all right, and I provided the diagram for you to download if you want to model this chair. I've just changed the material on the cushions to more of a cream sort of white color. I didn't like the black so much, and I just want to do a quick video right now because my daughter just went for a nap and I don't know if it's going to take or not. I want to do some work on this clock. All right, so I'm going to see if I can isolate the whole thing and move it to another layer. Yeah, it looks like I got it all. All right, I'm focusing on that. I'm going to get rid of this background image here. Don't need that from the last one. All right, and there's the clock. Shift S, cursor to selected, so let's just focus in on that. All right, let's take that face there. In fact, yeah, let's just do that. And this is the inside. I'm going to bring in a cube. I'll bring in a plane. Rotate X 90. I'll bring it out a bit. And scale this down. I want to make some little tick marks. All right, so something like that. And I'm going to extrude it back a bit, make it a bit 3D-ish, flip any polys, and let's do origin of geometry, and then pull it in until it contacts the surface. I'm going to put that black color on it, and let's say we go around there. Let's do rotation and scale in case I needed to. I'm going to set my origin back to the 3D cursor right in the middle so I can spin it around this face. In fact, I'm going to select this face and do cursor to selected and see it makes, I'm not sure if it's going to spin around better that way. Let's try it. So select that, look in orthographic view straight on, go into edit mode, make sure it's selected, and come over here and click spin. I'm going to turn this to 360 degrees. And I just want to have a look. Yeah, I don't really like the positioning of that very much, so I'm going to back out of that. And I'm going to select the clock. I'll try that again. Let's try spinning it again. And I want to have 9, 10. Do 12 like that. So there's a couple in between, and then the other tick marks are right on the at the numbers, pretty close anyhow. Select it all, remove doubles, got rid of some, and Control N to flip any polys that are flipped backwards, and make sure that that's something like that. Okay, I don't mind those, so I think I'm going to take those and just join them to the clock itself. All right, so the next thing is the glass. So I go Alt H, bring that back. If I just do a Shift Z, you won't be able to see much with this white, but you can see this is looking kind of great. That's because we just put the regular glass material on. So we're gonna work on that, but we'll bring everything back to the first layer, and it'll be easier to see there in that environment. All right, Shift Z once again. And notice, so we get a little bit of reflection, but it's looking like that. So let's work on that glass material. So I'm going to pull this out, hit T and T, and we'll go over to the node editor, and let's select that glass, and then you can see it's just glass there. So let's actually break this and move that over here. I'm going to go Shift A. I'm going to bring in a mix shader and put it down there, and bring that into there. And we're going to bring in a couple more shaders here. We're going to use a transparent, which I'm going to connect to there. And we're going to use a glossy. Oh, switch to that one. Make sure that's deselected. And bring in another one. Glossy down here. I'm going to connect that up to here. And I'm going to turn this to sharp. And that's okay, and that's okay. And then we are going to need another mix shader to bring that in, right? I want glass. I'm going to switch this though to about 1.5 for index of refraction. We'll start with that. We're also going to need input Fresnel. That's going to be there. Okay, so let's bring in another mix shader. Okay, I'm going to put that in here. Bring this down here. I'm going to bring this glass to there. And I'm going to set this to about 1.5 as well. We'll try that, and I'll bring the Fresnel into the FAC right there. All right, so let's have a look at that. All right, let's just come over to here and have a quick look at this. Okay, I got that 0.5, that's 0.2, 1.5, 1.5. I could change a couple of those values just a little bit if I want it to be the same. 7.7 and 1.7. Oh, not there, sorry guys. 5.77 and there, it's a little bit lighter. Okay, so let's pull that back there. Let's have a look from camera view, let's say, and just shift Z, and we'll see how this glass is looking. Okay, it's looking a bit nicer. The bottom, 7.7, Beckman, white. Let me just have another quick look at the node editor here. Oh. Okay. All right. So I've changed that glass. I'll close that up again. That looks okay to me. So let's that should be fine there, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay, there is something else I wanted to do with that clock now that I think about it. I want to make it bigger. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to scale shift Y. Nice big clock there on the wall. Bring it down. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. That looks okay too. All right, let's save that. I'm going to go ahead and render this, and we'll get back to you in a bit. All right, so here's how the clock looks and the glass over here. All right, so this is a quick little video for today, and we'll get on with some other objects in the future. Now I'm going to show you how I made these pictures. I'm going to be creating the frame, and instead of putting a photograph in there, I didn't want to deal with a piece of glass over it. I'm just going to put like a painting in there. All right, so we'll come back to the file here. I don't have the pictures in, so let's go ahead and make them. Go to a new layer, and if your 3D cursor is not in the center, go Shift-C, and we're going to look from the side view, the right ortho view, and go Shift-A, Mesh Plane, rotate Y90. All right, go into edit mode, and with the vertices selected, Alt-M, merge at center. So we have one point at Z0 and Y0. We're going to draw the profile on the side. So I'm going to hit E and G and just move it up. E and G, E and G. I'll come out in the Y direction. E and G, I'll come up. E and G, come down to there, and then we'll come back. E and G, Z. And we'll come down here. I want this last point here to be exactly at Z equals 0, and there's different ways of doing this. One way is to select this first point and make sure that your pivot point is set to 3D cursor, and then select that point and SZ, scale Z 0. Okay, select all my points, and I'm going to hit 7 for top view, and make sure that your 3D pivot is still right there, and go R45 minus to arc it back 45 degrees. I'm going to hit E and pull out in the X direction, making sort of like the top part of that frame. go into median point so that this area is selected right there. And I'm going to flip this, so I'm going to use the mirror function, which is Control M, which sometimes is working for me and sometimes it isn't. And if it doesn't work, I just did Control M. Just use the space bar for search and search for mirror and choose this one here. Control M and choose X. Now I'm going to hit E to extrude, and I'm going to pull down in the Y direction. And before I go any further, I'm going to flip this as well, so it's the same angle as this one. So I'm going to use the mirror, search for it, and choose Y. All right, and now I have that. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this first point here and this point right there, and go Shift S, cursor to selected. And that'll put the 3D cursor right in the middle. Switch back to 3D cursor for the pivot point. I'm looking down, so the pivot point's right there. I'm going to select everything, and I'm going to make a copy, Shift D, and then I'm going to mirror. I'm going to choose the space bar, mirror Y, and it'll do that. And I'm going to select everything again, Shift D to make a copy, use the mirror function, X. Almost done. Select everything. W for the specials menu and remove doubles, and it will get rid of the ones that are overlapping. And then while it's still selected, Control N to flip the normals so they face the right way. So there we have the frame. Then you just look and decide if you like that shape. I'm going to put a face in here. I'm just going to go in edge selection, Shift Alt and click that and go F, and that'll put a face in the bottom. And if you don't like it open on the back, if you think for any reason that people will see it, you could select that and extrude down a bit, and then just F to make a face down there. Now close it off. You could put a bevel on this as well, and just choose your favorite amount. You can add smoothing as well. All right, so let's say that was the greatest picture frame you ever made, and you really like that. All right, so let's go ahead and put a picture on it. But first of all, let's do something about the origin of this here. I'm going to go Shift C, and I'm going to set geometry to origin, or actually origin to 3D cursor, geometry to origin. So select your actual painting. Okay, so there it is right in the middle, and we're ready to go with the UV mapping. I'm going to look down on this. Now obviously my picture's not going to be facing upwards in my scene, but for this part I can do it that way. I'm going to go into it, and then just choose. I'm going to hit U and project from view bounds. All right, and then what I'll do is I'll split my screen over here. T to close this, T to close that, and I'll switch over to UV image editor, and I have this. It fills up the whole space. Now find an image that you like. Now I went to the internet and I found some free images of paintings. All right, so and again, I'm not going to make any money off this, I don't think, so you can just use whatever you want. So I'll come in here and I'll use the horse. All right, in fact I just took the thumbnail view. I didn't even go to the full size one because it's so small. All right, so I got the horse there. It's full, it's going to take the full screen, but I don't see anything. Even if I switch over to material view, and by the way, I'm going to go back to median point, I don't see anything yet. And so the reason is we got to go to the node editor, and to close that, create a new material for that, and we'll go Shift A, and we'll go texture, image texture, and we'll join the color node dot to there. And then I'm going to search, and I'm going to find that horse, and there it is. All right, let's see if I can close that. It's good enough. All right, and it looks fine. The only thing is that it was applied to the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this back face, and I'm going to go Control plus a few times until I get down to the image of the horse, but I don't want the horse itself. And I'm going to find another material on there, and I'm going to choose, say, that trim that I like, the white trim. There it is. And I'm going to hit assign. There we go. And I've got my painting. And now I think I will, I'll just bring it back in to my first layer. Okay. And I'm going to rotate X 90. And I'll just scale it in object mode. I'm going to scale it down. And we'll put it back there. All right. scale it a little bit more. And then I'm going to rotate it in the X so it just leans against the wall. Okay, and there it is. From the camera view, I guess you don't really see it that well, but I could just do it like Shift Z. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll come back here and I'll take that, or we can do another one. Let's do another one. Let's Shift D, we'll copy it, and we'll move it out, and I'm going to get rid of that rotations for the heck of it. Don't have to, but I could. Rotated this in the X. No, that's not right. There we go. Okay, but we'll rotate Z90 minus, and I'm going to put it over here. On this one. But we'll go ahead and we'll change the picture. All right, so make sure that you make another material. So I could just hit the plus, okay, for material 3. And go in there, I'll select it, and I'll just look straight on it if I can. Control 3, is that where it is? Yeah, that's where it would be. We'll come over here to the UV image editor, and I'll open reference images. I'll just find that other one, something like that. Okay, and then okay, I'm on new material, so then I'll go to the node editor. Maybe I didn't even have to do it. Go do that. I didn't have to UV map it again. Just choose it there. And hopefully I didn't get rid of my horse. I still got my horse. All right, awesome. And let's rotate this. Rotate the Y back. Okay. There we go. And let's go ahead and I'll render this, and then we'll come back, we'll have a look. All right, here it is. There's my horse, and there's my music picture, looking pretty nice. In case you're noticing this down here, I think I'll work on that later on, and we'll try to fix that out. It could just be that that's the edge of my glass right there, and I need to scale it down into here a little bit to get rid of that edge. It's not looking exactly like a kitchen. I'm figuring maybe the stove and all that's down here somewhere, and this is more the seating area. Seeing as I already did another series on modeling a kitchen, and I did a stove and a sink and all that, I don't think I'll do that. But I'll throw a few more things in here, maybe some trim, and we'll keep going with this series for a little while longer. It's a lot of fun, and then I'll switch to something else. So thanks for watching.